Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lee Marie and I teach you how to. Today's video is the first in a series that I'm creating all about wholesale. I know that that's one of the main questions that I get asked, lots of comments, emails, is how to get into stores and how to prepare your products to be attractive to retailers. In this first video about wholesaling, I'm going to give you a little rundown of kind of what exactly wholesale is, where to find the retailers, and also when is the best time to reach out to retailers, depending on what products that you sell. Okay, so the first part of this video is kind of easy. What is wholesale? When you are a product-based business, you are selling your product for a certain retail price. For the purposes of this video, we're going to go nice and simple. We're going to be a candle maker and we're going to sell $20 candles. So when you go to markets or in person, online, wherever it may be, and you encounter a customer, you're going to sell your candle for $20. If you want your candle to be sold in a store, let's say, for example, Target, you can't sell to Target for $20 because if they want to sell it for $20, they're not going to make any money. So you have to sell it for the wholesale price. Generally speaking, the wholesale price is 50% of what the retail price is. So in this case, that would be $10. This is why pricing your products is so important, because when you start selling wholesale, you still need to be able to make a profit and cover all of your overhead expenses. So it's not always a good idea to price your products really, really cheaply. It's always a great idea to price them so that when you sell them retail, you make a good amount of money. But when you sell them wholesale, you still make enough money to cover your expenses and a little extra. I have made another video about pricing your products, and I'll go ahead and link it up above. But there's mainly two ways of pricing your products. You can do a value-based product price, or you can do a super simple math one, which is 4 times your cost. So for example, if it costs us $5 to make that candle, times 4, we're going to sell it for $20. Now that means that our wholesale is half of that, so $10. So it's costing us $5 to make it. At $10, we're still making $5 to cover all of our expenses, overhead, shipping, things like that. And then obviously $20 is the price point you want to sell at it the most. Wholesale can be extremely lucrative, especially if you're getting large bulk orders, or if you happen to sign a contract with a national retailer, it could be extremely successful, even selling at the 50% margin. Generally speaking, I think the reason people want contracts with major retailers is not just you're getting your name out there and the visibility, but you're also getting large and consistent orders. In this particular industry, product-based business, consistency and cash flow is what you need in order to succeed and in order to grow year after year. So getting those retail partnerships is really attractive, and it's something that as a product-based business, you should consider. Another thing that I want to talk about real quick regarding wholesale is also a partnership. The purposes of this video, I am talking about large retailers. I'm talking about your, Whole Foods, Macy's, Target, Walmart, talking about national retailers and why it's so lucrative to be in a partner with them. When we're discussing the partnerships, it really is a two-way street. They want products that are going to fly off the shelf, and you want the visibility that they can give you and the consistent business that they can give you. So where are you going to find these retailers? Well, I have your top 3 places of finding retailers / finding the buyers to be able to apply to become a wholesale partner. The first place to find retail partnerships is that retailer's website. Believe it or not, even some huge retailers have the opportunity for you to apply to become a vendor directly on their website. So you don't have to look for a buyer's name and email. You don't have to attend certain sessions or try to find out information. You can literally just go on their website. And one great example of this is Macy's. So if you go to Macys.com and you scroll all the way to the bottom, there is a section that is specifically for vendors. When you click on it, it asks you if you want to apply to become a vendor. They've got great information as far as what they're looking for in vendors, types of products they're looking for, and so it gives you lots of information before you apply. And there is a link to apply. So if you find a particular retailer that you really want to be in their stores, go directly to their website first. See if they have any spot. Usually it's towards the bottom, at the very bottom, and it could be either vendor opportunities, retail opportunities. Click on that and see if you can apply directly through their website. The second option is another free option. It's called RangeMe.com. RangeMe is an online platform that connects vendors or product suppliers with retailers. And they do have relationships with all the major retailers, lots of pharmacies, grocery stores, your typical Macy's, Bloomingdale's, JCPenney, Kohl's, Ulta, Sephora, Whole Foods, Publix, all of them. And so what I would encourage you to do is to create a free account. I have done the paid version and I didn't think it was worth it, and it's quite expensive. It's like $1,300. So I would not suggest doing the paid version, but you can do the free version. And with the free version, you are allowed to apply to, I think it's hundreds of vendors one time. So it gives you the option to at least get your foot in the door and apply to a bunch of different vendors at least once. That is a great option if you just want to get your product out there and you want to try as many different retailers as possible for free. Go ahead and create an account on RangeMe.com. Now, the last option is a really terrific option, especially if you know exactly what stores you want to go into, but you're not sure how to find the buyer information. Now, this one is a bit of a last resort because it does cost money. I believe it's like $100 a month, but that $100 gets you access to the emails and or phone numbers and names of every buyer of every major store. The website is called rocketreach.com. I'll leave a link down below. Again, you pay a fee, a monthly fee, but you get access to names, phone numbers, and emails of all major buyers. And I know for a fact, one of my friends who is a very successful candle maker, she is in hundreds of stores, including Nordstrom's and Bloomingdale's. And she told me about this website. And she said that that's how she first started, is she paid, she sent out a bunch of emails, kept following up, left voicemails, and that's how she is now in hundreds of boutiques and retailers. So this is a great option if you've got a little extra money, you want to pay, and you know exactly what stores you want to go into. RocketReach.com is perfect. So now that we know exactly what wholesale is and we know where to find the buyers, the next thing you need to do is figure out what you're going to tell a buyer and when. The timing is really, really important because obviously during the holidays, no buyer is going to pay attention to you. They're way too busy. And every product, believe it or not, has some area on the calendar, which is when buyers are looking for those products. So if you are in home fragrance, then your window is May through July. That is when buyers are looking to fill that particular category for the following year. May through July is when you want this information. That's when you want to be sending out these emails, making those phone calls, and getting in touch with those retailers because that's the time that they're actively looking. So that's when you want to get their attention. Okay, so you have located the buyers that you want. It is now May through July, and you are wondering, what on earth do I say? So I'm going to give you a couple of tips on working with buyers, and I've heard this directly from the buyers themselves. Tip number 1, do not send a long-winded email. They literally don't have the time to sit there and read your entire life story. What I would do is I would just say, I know that you're in the market right now looking for this particular candle or this particular product. Here are 3, say 3 things that are fabulous, whether it's we've been featured in this magazine, we've sold out, this many times, we've done this, we've done that, some sort of achievement, or a little blurb about what makes you special and what makes you different. And then say that you would like to discuss a wholesale or a partnership opportunity with them. Leave your name, your email, phone number, and that's it. Make it nice, short, and concise. And then what you want to do is spam them like crazy. I know that seems counterintuitive, but I have heard from buyers that they are so busy that a lot of the times, if you send just one email, it's going to get lost in the herd of thousands of emails they get. So it's best to always email them either on a Friday or a Monday, because Monday is when they check a lot of their emails for the weekend, and Friday is when they want to make sure that all of the emails that they've received for the week have been answered. So Monday or Friday, I think, are the best days to send the emails. Send them at least once a week. Again, you want to always be at the top part of their inbox. They want to see you consistently. And then when they're ready to open your email, they'll go ahead and take a look at it. Just basically being persistent. And that is something that, again, I've heard from a lot of buyers that they're good with. They don't mind if you email them all the time. If anything, it shows that you're persistent and that you really, really want to talk to them. I promise you they'll get to your email, but it is difficult. If you're just sending one email, it's going to get lost. So be persistent, send an email once a week, short, concise, to the point, and just keep being persistent. All right, so now that you have all of the information of what wholesale is, where to find your buyers, and what to do when you contact them and when you contact them, be sure to look out for the next video in this series. I will be talking about what buyers are looking for and how to make your brand and your product as attractive as possible. I'll be going over things you should be thinking about already: wholesale catalogs and line sheets, packaging, how are you shipping products, how are you pricing products. I will be going through all of that in the next video, so be sure to keep a lookout. As always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!